Hello, Media Maniacs, and welcome back to another episode of Triple M. I'm your host, Jillian Richardson.
And I'm Jackson Moore.
And let's get right into it. Our first topic today, starting on a little bit of a darker note than normal maybe, Rex Orange County was just accused of sexual assault 6 times.
Oh.
His legal name is Alex O'Connor, and he was accused of 6 counts of sexual assault, all by the same person. In July, he canceled a series of scheduled tour dates because of unforeseen personal circumstances, which is an unfortunate way of phrasing that, maybe. And he's scheduled for trial in January of 2023.
Oh my gosh, that is such a tragedy. Like, apparently this all happened during the summer, is what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, this is just out of the blue. It's the worst time it's happened. Like, it's completely out of the blue. A lot of people loved him and followed him. Like, I know a bunch of people that really love his music and were trying to get tickets to go to his future concerts, but then this happens and it's just extremely heartbreaking for fans and just for the whole, like, music industry.
Yeah, I saw some TikToks of people who like have like his tattoos like not in memorial, but like
Oh, dang.
for him, and they were like, oh my
Yeah, you
gosh,
gotta
what
get
do
that
I do?
removed.
What do I do? But yeah, were you a fan of him, I guess?
I mean, I really liked his music, like, early on.
Mhm.
Especially, like, I had a whole bunch of it in my Spotify and just in my rotation. But, like, now I just feel like, dang, the history's not going to look so fondly upon this man. Like, it's extremely tragic,
Mhm.
and he just needs to, like, learn his lesson and completely, like, take a step back from the public image, and then he just really needs to learn his lesson and just face the music for all the shit he's done, stuff he's done.
Yeah, do you think his like career will ever like recover? Because I know that like it's kind of like 50-50. I feel like whether like okay, someone's accused of sexual assault, their
But
career's either
6
over
times.
or it's like completely fine.
Yeah, 6 times over the summer, which is insane. Like, I don't know how you're gonna bounce back from that one if it happened 6 times. Like, that's what the verdict is right now, but you never know. Like, there could be more women that come forward. This could be another Me Too movement. Like, we got to see how deep this rabbit hole goes.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I do think that. I don't know. I could see it. I don't know, because for some people it's like, oh yeah, they're not a great person, but I'm gonna like separate them from their music. Do you see that happening at all with him?
I mean, I don't know. Like, a lot of people do love and follow Rex Orange County, and it's just really hard to say. Like, we just got to see what happens from this. Like, if he denies it, if he tries to gaslight his accusers, like if he's just not great about it, then only the people will judge. Like, there's always the court of public opinion, and we'll just see where it goes.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. He has a tour date pretty soon, so
See what's gonna happen, though.
we'll see. All right, up next, Blink-182 is having a reunion. They're reuniting all together for the first time in 10 years. They last released music over 3 years ago, which I didn't realize that it had been so recent. I guess just like not all of them were together at that point.
Yeah, Blink did fade from the public image. Like, they had their heyday, like, late 90s, early 2000s. Also, I loved, like, growing up with Blink. Like, they got amazing classic bangers, and then they recently came back into the public spotlight after the Colorado Avs won the Stanley Cup championships. And what was it called? All the Small Things was their anthem, and that song would not stop playing all throughout June in the city of Denver.
Interesting. I didn't realize that.
So I think it was one of the lead singers of Blink as well. He wore like a Colorado Avalanche jersey because he knew how much of an impact Small Things had on just the community of Denver, and it's going to be amazing when they come play Ball Arena. But their ticket prices are insane for this reunion tour.
Yeah.
Like, the cheapest tickets are going to be like, what, $170 at just Ball Arena alone in Denver.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that we are on slightly different sides of the internet for why they might be having like sort of a renaissance because Travis Barker just got married to a Kardashian a little bit ago, which I didn't realize that he was even part of Blink for like a little bit after that. I was like, who is this guy? And then I was like, oh, okay, interesting. I want to know how they met. But yeah, he just got married to Courtney, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
So they had their wedding. There was this whole thing about how horrendous her wedding dress was.
Oh,
It was just like, I don't know. So that's why I sort of knew about them, but I didn't really know that they were doing a like reunion thing for a little while ago. But yes, I don't know. Are you a fan of them?
Of Blink, yeah, I've loved Blink. I've always loved it. I really like their what was it called? I think their '99 and their 2003 album. Like,
Okay.
those are some classic albums. But yeah, the Kardashians are involved somehow, so that's that.
They're involved with everything. But yeah, are you gonna try and get tickets for their tour, even if they're really expensive?
Great question, Jillian. I will see where I'm gonna be next summer when they come to Denver.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. All right. So we did a little bit of a mukbang type situation, and it was a spooky themed mukbang. So let's take a look at that now.
What's up, bangers? Who's ready to muck around?
Hello, media maniacs, and welcome to the first Triple M mukbang. We're mixing up the traditional mukbang, which is basically just people eating on camera, and we're gonna have a little Halloween-themed ramen competition. So Wiley and Sean will each make their own ramen based on the ingredients that they have. McCoy here will see which one is better. Let's get right into it.
McCoy, he wanted ample water in his rom.
Still could have used more.
Still could use more. He likes the liquid.
Bold choice. Going directly with the butter.
It's actually not butter, and I can't believe it, but here we are. I'm in between if I want to make it like good for you, or if I just kind of want to have you eat it and see what I find out. So we're gonna go figure it halfway through. We're gonna plop that right in there. Yeah, you just want to shove it.
Oh.
You just want to shove it around there. You want candy corns in the rom?
It's up to you.
Now we're gonna go with some garlic salt for you, McCoy. You excited?
I'm very excited.
It's spooky season. Let's get some food coloring out here.
So, question: you got 4 colors. None of them are like the spooky colors.
You got red.
What are you seeing here?
What am I seeing?
Yeah.
I'm seeing potential, McCoy. That's
Alright.
what I'm first and foremost seeing. Okay. If my kindergarten education does not fail me, I believe yellow and red make orange.
I don't
And
know prime colors.
I'm sorry to hear that. This red is like triple C level thick.
All right, looks like I'm eating blood for my first meal.
Dude, honestly has a little orangey hue to it up front. So,
Are you colorblind?
nah, it looks orangey.
That does not look orangey.
No, not orange. All right.
Yeah,
well,
that's not orange.
Okay, yeah, it is not orange. That looks like mustard. This looks odd, but I'm not gonna lie. Do you want some candy corn in there? Or you want me to try it? It is fairly mid. Honestly, it may even be subpar, depending on what you say. You seem to like it though. You've been diving in. So with that in mind, we're gonna play to our judges here, and we're gonna drop that right in there. I'm just gonna float a little over the top.
So what do you have going on currently?
Yeah, all we put in so far is the soy sauce and the garlic salt. He's
Final
going really
look.
complex, putting a little bit of everything in. So I think we're gonna try to keep it a little simpler.
This is interesting. Let me tell you. I'll be the
It
first.
just
I'll be
looks
the-
like it kind of just looked like curry powder.
You're gonna really need to dig for the corns here, my guy. They are buried. Let me be the first to say they are at the bottom.
I'm surprised nobody's trying to murder me here. I was prepared for that.
Werewolf How was that? Do you regret your decision? Do your intrusive thoughts went out
I'm
there?
gonna take that as a yeah. Okay. Mine's a little more simple, but it's ready for you. We've just got the soy sauce, the garlic powder, and some yellow food color.
Going off presentation, I have to give it to you, Wiley. It looks just a little bit better. I like the look of the yellow a little bit more than the red.
Orange.
That's red.
That's so
Alright.
red.
That's just red.
Is it spooky?
It does kind of feel like I'm eating guts. I will say that.
Alright.
a little bland. I feel like it could have used a little bit more salt. Honestly, probably could have used more water.
That's why it's bland.
Yeah.
Too much water.
No, I would know best. I'm the judge.
Not a good combo.
It got the like garlic taste into the
Oh.
actual candy corn itself. It like absorbed the garlic taste, so it's just like a sugary, garlicky taste.
Oh wow.
Very garlicky flavor, but a whole lot more flavor than Sean's. All right.
The 50-50. Mine apparently too bland.
Yep.
Hers apparently a little potent. Just mix them together. Oh my goodness.
Ooh. That's a good looking bite right there. Mmm.
Do they balance each other out?
Actually, surprisingly, yeah. They actually balance each other out pretty well.
What does it say about teamwork? That's all I'm gonna say that.
So, Sean's was incredibly unique, but bland as hell. It tasted like nothing, just like his personality. Wiley's, on the other hand, had a whole bunch of flavor, but it was a little overwhelming. But at the end of the day, I think I have to go with Wiley's. When you're looking down the barrel of both of them, Sean's was definitely scarier. It actually looked like you were eating guts.
Alright, Media Maniacs, I hope that you liked this spooky edition mukbang, and we'll see you guys back in the studio. Alright, Jackson, I think the real question is, would you try candy corn in your ramen?
Oh man, I would definitely have to try it once. I mean, you can't judge it until you've tried it. So I will just see like how it tastes sometime. Like if I have spare candy corn and ramen lying around, you know.
That's right.
'Tis the season.
I might not be participating in that experiment, but good for you. Good for you.
Gotcha.
All right, our last topic for today is Donna Academy and kind of just Kanye West in general.
Oh boy, another Kanye.
Yeah, we're always talking about Kanye
What do you
on
do
Triple
this
M.
time?
So he's had an interesting couple of weeks. He wore a White Lives Matter t-shirt and then defended it on Fox News with Tucker Carlson. Yep.
Oh boy.
Then he is currently banned from Twitter and Instagram for being anti-Semitic.
No surprise there. I caught wind of that, and I saw that whole Tucker Carlson interview, and that was just something.
Yep. Yep. He said that black people are also Jewish, so he can't be anti-Semitic. Anyway,
Okay.
and then most recently he opened his own private school. Parents had to sign an NDA, and it is not currently accredited. It also cost $15,000 a year, which in terms of private schools isn't terrible, but if you graduate and your degree doesn't actually matter, it seems like a lot of money.
It's basically Trump University 2.0 here.
Yeah.
So like useless degree. Signing NDAs, yeah, not sketchy at all.
Yeah.
And there's only what, like 16 students that are attending right now.
I saw there's 82 students
82.
and there's 16 teachers,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
which is like a weird ratio, but that's okay. They also have to wear a uniform of a Kanye-approved baggy black t-shirt and sweatpants. I would love that school uniform. And apparently it's in its 3rd year of operation.
3rd year, wow.
Yeah, people are just finding out about it now just because of the NDAs. So I guess they work.
Yeah, NDAs did their job for the past 3 years. Crazy.
Yeah, but
I guess the original name for it, I did hear about this, was called Yeezus Christian Academy. Like, they offer like a bunch of different classes, like the regular core curriculum, and then they offer filmmaking and parkour out of the interesting
interesting.
electives taken.
Yeah, I don't know, the curriculum seems a little bit strange. It was sort of like, you have to have good decision making, otherwise your writing will be terrible. What?
Yeah. Well, you got to be literate first before you got to write and stuff, obviously. But like film and parkour, like for 15 grand, like come on, that's insane.
Yeah. Well, I also just think it's interesting because it's a pre-K through 12th grade school.
Oh, okay.
And if there's 82 kids, I feel like there has to be only like 4 kids a grade, right?
4 kids per grade, yeah, like probably like at least like a dozen at most.
Like, what if you
per
were the
grade.
only one in your grade? It's just you and like one of like 3 teachers.
That would be crazy. Like
I don't
being
know.
just in a classroom by yourself. Like I don't know.
It's just funny. I don't know. What do you think of Kanye West? What is your general opinion on him?
What do I
before
think about
all of
Kanye
this?
West? Definitely an enigma. We can just put it like that.
Okay.
But the whole school situation, like, I get that he's trying to give back to the community and all, but like, it's just a lot of tuition just for like just basic. Like these kids are in elementary school. Like, there's community colleges cheaper than this. Like,
Yeah.
if he wants to help out the community, like, why just target that? Like, why just target the younger kids? Like, help out like a community college or something. Like, just spread your funds elsewhere. Like, if you're doing this for clout and NDAs, like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, well, I do think it's interesting because I feel like it would make a little bit more sense if it was just like a high school, like $15,000 a year.
That
Honestly,
would, yeah.
for a private school.
Private high school would make more
That's
sense.
not bad, but if you're like bringing your like 5-year-old and you have to pay $15,000 a year for them to learn parkour, what? I don't know. It's a little bit interesting. I think he's kind of just like almost like trolling people, but like. I don't know how to describe it. He's like not trolling people because I genuinely do believe that he believes in all of these things. This is the same man who believes that slavery was not a big deal. So I believe that he like believes in all of this stuff, but everything that he does, it seems like it could be an article from The Onion. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, there's no surprise there. Like, this man is the physical embodiment of The Onion at times. And yeah, again, imagine being a kindergartner, the only kindergartner in class for $15,000 a year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Who do you think is enrolling their kids in this school? That's the real question.
A bunch of bougie Californians, that's who.
Yeah,
And just a bunch of like diehard Kanye stans who have the funds and who want to enroll their kids in a Kanye-themed Montessori school.
I just want to know who like got the invite 3 years ago. Like, do you think they just like stumbled upon it?
I have a feeling it was really gay kept right out of it. Like, I'm pretty sure Kanye only like had an inner circle of people, and then they like only referred a couple people. Like, hey, you refer people, you get a discount on tuition. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. The NDA is insane though, cause like that's the one
what
thing
are
that
you
doesn't.
hiding, Kanye? Like, is this? Okay, I have a theory about this.
Okay.
A NDA theory, because it's just a front, because he might use these funds to run for president in 2024. But the last two attempts, not great, but third time's a charm. We're gonna see here.
Yeah, there will be a lot of interesting candidates in the next election, maybe. But Kanye's just doing his thing. Hopefully he just stays doing his thing that's harming a minimal amount of people.
Please do not harm people. Like,
yes.
again, Kanye is an enigma.
Yeah,
I'll just put it that way.
He really is.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this episode of Triple M. Be sure to tune in next week for another episode. Bye.
See ya.